Good morning from the RHR studio here in New York. This is Ray, W2RE. I'm going to do one of those. Let me turn the volume down here a little bit. See, I'm hitting it a little hard here. Going to do one of these tests again, comparing 15 meters at sunrise between Maine and New York. The last time I did this test, it was on CW. This time I'm going to do it on SSB. This is just to check propagation, the difference between New York and Maine at 7:20 a.m. local. Both locations, the sun is up. I do see some activity on both band scopes here. I think the band will be open. All I have to do is get spotted. I'm going to try 21277. 21277. I'm going to transmit from the state of Maine. I'm going to transmit from the state of Maine and see if we could pick up some activity here. Good morning, Brian, Phil, Lee, Eric, John. Good to see you in here. Okay, let me turn up the volume. So the left ear, when I turn the volume up, the left ear is Maine, and the right ear is the state of New York. I can alternate between both stations. There's an S meter right below the frequency, so you can actually see what the signal strengths are at both locations on receive. That's a good indication. So we're going to try this on sideband 15 meters. So let me turn the audio up on the left ear. Okay, that's the left ear. Kind of low. Let me bring that up a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to bring up the right ear. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use, please? Hello, CQ, CQ, CQ 15 meters. CQ, CQDX 15, CQ, CQDX 15. CQ 15, CQ 15. Whiskey 2, radio echo. Whiskey 2, radio echo. Calling Europe, calling Europe. Whiskey 2, radio echo, QRZ. CQ, CQDX 15, CQ, CQDX 15. Whiskey 2, radio echo. Whiskey 2, radio echo, QRZ. Okay, Delta Oscar 4, Radio Charlie. You're 5 and 9, 59, 5 and 9, QSL.
Thank you very much, Ray. You are 5 and 7, 5 and 8 here in Germany, Bavaria. Very good conditions at the moment. And nice to hear you, Ray. Back to you.
Okay, very good, very good. Let me try antenna number 2. This is antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1. Now I'm on antenna number 2, antenna number 2, antenna number 2. And now I'm back on antenna number 1. Did you hear me on antenna number 2? Go ahead.
Negative copy on antenna 2. Only antenna 1.
Okay, antenna 1 is the state of Maine. Antenna 2 is New York, QSL. Okay, thank you very much for calling in. Delta Oscar 4, Radio Charlie. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, 7-3. Bye-bye. Thank you, 73. QRZ from the state of New York. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Again, your call? Papa Yankee 9, November Tango. You're on the back of the beep. Papa Yankee 9, November Tango, 5 and 7, 57. Okay, thank you. Papa Yankee 9, Papa Tango, you're 5 and 7, 57, QSL. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. 73, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, QRZ, beaming Europe, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Romeo Oscar. Okay, Italy Tango 9, Italy, Japan, Florida, 5 and 7, 57, over. Okay, let me try another antenna. Antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1. Antenna number 2. Antenna number 2. Oh. Okay, thanks. Italy Tango 9, Italy Japan, Florida, 73. Thanks. Take care. Italy Zulu 1 again. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Okay, Italy Zulu 1, Hotel Tango. You're 5 and 9, 59, over.
Roger, Ray. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, IZ1HHT from Torino, northwest part of Italy. You're 59, over.
Okay, very good. You're 5 and 9, 59. Let me try another antenna. This is antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1. Antenna number 2, antenna number 2, antenna number 2. What is my signal on antenna number 2? Go ahead.
Roger, Ray. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, IZ1HHT. Antenna 1 is 59, good signal. Antenna 2 is a 4-3 over signal, over.
Okay. This is New York. This is the state of Maine. Go ahead.
Roger, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo, IZ1HHT returning. State of Maine, 59. State of New York, 3 and 4, over.
Okay, very good. Just texting out propagation between both locations. Italy Zulu 1, Hotel Tango. Thanks. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Ray. Thank you very much. 73. Romeo Uniform.
Okay, 73.
Italy Uniform, 4-5, Romeo Uniform.
Okay, I tried to adjust the audio here on my microphone. Hopefully I'm not over modulating now on the audio here. Got a new microphone here, still trying to learn the adjustments here. So I'm going to go back to the left ear in Maine and the right ear in New York. As you could tell, the Italy Zulu 1 Hotel Tango gave me a 5-9 from the state of Maine. But he said it was 4 and 3 in New York. This is just a huge propagation advantage between Maine and New York a little bit after sunrise. Let me continue on here.
I give you 5-9 from Qatar, Ray, as well.
Okay, is Alpha 71 Alpha Mike, you're 5-9, over?
Hello, Ray. Yeah, I'm watching you live. There is a delay on the net. I don't know why, but you're 5 and 9. Good to see you, my friend, again. How is things going? And well done. I didn't see the score or the race score for the CQ Worldwide, but I'm sure you guys done well over there. W2RE 871AM.
Yes, we did well, but we had internet problem. I'm hearing you 5 and 9 in the state of Maine. I'm not even hearing you in the state of New York. Go ahead. There he is in New York. Not even hearing him.
I guess you're transmitting now from Maine. If you want to test the one from New York, go ahead there.
Okay, this is Maine. Antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1. Now I'm transmitting from New York. Antenna number 2, antenna number 2. Go ahead.
Maine is good, Ray. If you're waiting to report, you're 5 and 9 from Maine.
Roger from the 5-9 in Maine. Let me know if you can hear me in New York. Stand by. Alpha 71, Alpha Mike. Alpha 71, Alpha Mike from the state of New York. Do you copy? Over. Okay, I assume you're not hearing me from the state of New York. Go ahead.
Roger, now you're back in Maine.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, very disappointing. Yeah, Roger. Very disappointing that I'm not being heard from New York. 73. Thanks for the test. Have a good day.
Roger. Yeah, thanks very much, Ray. You enjoyed the X673 weapon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, 73. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Delta Lima 3 again.
Good morning, Delta Lima 3, November, Delta, DLC, NDD.
Okay, Delta Lima 3, November Delta. You're 5 and 7, 57 in the state of Maine. Over.
Roger, there's signal here, 5758 near Frankfurt, name is Mike, and greetings to Mike from Germany.
Okay, Mike, can I do a test from New York? Stand by. This is antenna number 2. Can you hear me from New York, Mike? Go ahead.
So much QM in the morning, 5 and 7 your report,
Okay, QSL, thanks. 73, bye-bye. QRZ from the state of New York. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Whiskey 2, Radio Echo. Delta Juliet 4, Mike Hotel. 5 and 3, 53 from New York. Over. Okay, very good. This is the state of Maine. And now I'm operating from the state of New York. You're seeing the big difference. Go ahead. Roger. Okay, very good. Thanks for calling in. 73. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye, 73, thanks. QRZ, Whiskey 2, Radio Echo.
Uniform Alpha 3, Oscar X-ray.
United America 3,
Uniform Alpha 3, Oscar X-ray.
United America 3, Oscar X-ray. Very loud, 5 and 9, over.
Okay, also very loud, plus 20. Congratulations for your signal. Name is Nick, Nancy, Italy, Charlie, Kilo. Roger.
Okay, very good, Nick. Can you hear me from New York? Stand by. Okay, now operating from the state of New York. Do you hear me in the state of New York? Go ahead. Okay, Nick, I'm back in Maine. You're 5-9 plus in Maine. I don't even hear you in the state of New York. QSL?
QSL. Thank you for nice signal report for you, over.
Okay, thanks for calling in. 73, bye-bye.
Thank you for nice contact. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. QRZ, any other stations in Russia? Whiskey 2, Radio Echo? Okay, Italy, Kilo 4, Papa Oscar, Italy. You're 5 and 9, over.
Thank you, Raymond. All the best. 73, you 5 and 9 too. Good DX. Ciao.
Okay, let me try 2 antenna. Antenna 1. Antenna number 2. And now I'm back in antenna number 1. Go ahead.
No signal from 2 antenna.
Okay, no signal from antenna 2. Okay, 73, take care, bye-bye.
India, Kilo 4, Golf Radio Oscar.
Italy Kilo 4, Golf Radio Oscar, booming, go ahead.
Yes, Ray, your antenna 1 is 9 plus 10. The antenna 2 is S5S7. 5755 with antenna 2 and 10/9 with antenna 1, over.
Okay, very good, very good. That's very interesting. I'm operating from the state of Maine, running 6/6/6, and the state of New York is 5/5/5. QSL?
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, that was the test. And what is the 6/6? Is the first or the second one, over?
6/6/6 is in the state of Maine. Stand by. This is 5/5/5 in the state of New York. Over.
In this moment, the state of Maine is much stronger. I believe it's just skip different. But anyway, state of Maine now 10/9. State of New York now 5/7 to me. Okay.
Roger, Roger. Okay, very good. Thank you very much for the test. 73. Take care.
73, thank you. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, 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 ciao. Oscar Kilo 1, X-Ray, X-Ray United. You copy? Over.
Ti lascio 20 metri, X-ray Zulu, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. 300,
Zulu Delta, Echo November, Echo Kilo, QSL.
Okay, Oscar Kilo 1, X-Ray, X-Ray Zulu. You're 5 and 7 in Maine. I do not hear you in the state of New York. Over.
Roger. Give it your name.
My name is Ray. Romeo Alpha Yankee. Romeo Alpha Yankee. Go ahead. Bye-bye. 73. Thanks. QRZ beaming Europe. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. CQ15, CQ15, CQ15. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from the state of New York. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from the state of New York. QRZ. CQDX15, CQDX15. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo from the state of New York. Over. CQ15, CQ15 from the state of New York. State of New York. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. QRZ. CQ from the state of Maine. State of Maine. Whiskey 2 Radio Echo. Sugar Victor 3 Alpha Lima Japan. 5 and 7. Sugar Victor 2, Charlie Lima Juliet, 5 and 7, 57, over. Yeah, Roger, Roger. Yep, you're S7 in Maine and S2 in New York. 73, bye-bye. Okay, the Delta X-Ray Bravo again. Okay, Italy Zulu 8, Delta X-Ray Bravo. You're 5 and 9, 59, over.
You are 10 over, strong, very, very strong. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me from the state of New York? What is my signal here in New York, over? Italy Zulu 8, Delta Zulu Bravo, please antenna check. Antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1. Antenna number 2, antenna number 2, antenna number 2. Go ahead. Okay, I assume you're not hearing me on antenna number 2. Go ahead. Okay, let me do again. Antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1, antenna 1. Antenna number 2, antenna number 2, antenna number 2, antenna number 2. Go ahead. Not hearing me on antenna number 2. Okay, I assume you're not hearing me on antenna number 2. Thanks for the call, 73. Bye-bye. Okay, 73. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to do this test on CW. SSB, it's really hard to do the test because I hear the echo. Some of these guys are not even hearing me. I think the best way to do this morning test and to really get the good effect is to do this on CW. I know some of you would probably jump out of here because you don't do CW, but let me just do this test on CW. I get a feeling I'm going to have stations calling me from Europe and possibly Russia, maybe Asiatic Russia, on 15 meter that I do not hear in New York. So let's try this on CW. Left ear Maine, right ear New York. So I'm CQing from Maine. It will take a minute or two for somebody to find me, and then maybe I'll get spotted. Okay, Italy United 4, Mike Radio United. Let's look at signal strength. S4 in Maine, S1 in New York. Okay, United Tango 5, Lima Oscar. Let's check this out. S5 in Maine, S2 in New York. Okay, Sugar Mike 5, Golf Lima Charlie. So he's S6 in Maine, S2 in New York. Okay, Oscar Hotel 6, Lima Delta. S3 in Maine, S1 in New York. United America 3, Whiskey Bravo Charlie, not heard in New York. So So that Russian was heard in Maine, but not in New York. Delta Fox 3. Plus 59 plus 10 in Maine. The DF3 was like 20 dB better in Maine. He was about 30 dB louder in Maine, Oscar Kilo 1. United Radio 3. United Radio 3, Italy Fox. I didn't even hear him in New York. So you'll hear in my echo in my right ear while I'm transmitting from Maine. Delta Lima 2, Tango Golf. Let's see what the difference in signal strength are. Very, very close between Maine and New York. Very close. Oscar Mike 3, Zulu Delta, 5-9 Maine, 5-3 New York. So the Sugar Mike 3, let's see what the difference is. S5 in Maine, S1 in New York. Huge difference, huge difference. So this Russian, I'm not even hearing in New York. Didn't even hear the Romanian guy in New York. nation that get any close to being strong in New York is Germany. He was about 2 S units behind Maine, but he was audible. So for my test, I'm noticing it's all about Maine this morning. S5 Maine, S2 New York. S4 Maine, S0 New York. Heard in Maine, not in New York. Still don't know if I got his prefix correct. So this guy in Turkey, I do not hear in New York. Very, very close between Maine and New York with that German station. Not even hear him in New York. Not even hearing him in New York. The only stations that are even closer, Germany. It's weird. Weird propagation. I think this guy in Poland's pretty loud in New York. First station louder in New York, Sugar Papa 9. That Polish guy was louder in Maine, but not too far behind in New York. S8 Maine, S4 New York. S8 Maine, S1 New York. ON4 S9 in Maine, S4 5 in New York. Let's see what the signal is again. Okay, louder in Maine. UA3CW, let's see the difference. Much louder in Maine. Okay, OH1VRM. Oh, OH1VR, okay. Seppi. S5 in Maine, S3 in New York. Pop Alpha 1 Whiskey X-ray. Very, very close between Maine and New York on that one. Oscar November 7, Zulu Golf. S6 in Maine, S3 in New York. Again, another Russian I heard in Maine, but not New York. I didn't even hear that French station in New York. Very weird propagation. Let me try calling CQ. I'm going to call CQ from New York now. I don't think I'm being heard in New York. Wow. I'm calling CQ from New York. Okay, so the Delta Bravo 2 Tango Tango is louder in New York. Okay, he's S5 in Maine, S3 in New York. I'm CQing from New York now. I'm CQing from New York now. Yeah, I got Zulu Bravo 2 Tango Tango. Now I'm back. Now I'm back on Maine. Okay, so I did another one of these tests with Maine versus New York a little bit after sunrise on 15. There's no comparison. There is no comparison. Now, what I can do, I could show you where New York shines at this time of the day. I can go over to 20 meters real quick, and we could just compare signals on 20 meters. I'm going to go to 20 meters, which is 6/6 in New York. I got to disconnect from this station over here and connect to the 20 meter station. This is how quick I just changed stations. Okay. I could do a quick test on 20 meters between both stations and see what the difference is in signal strength between New York and Maine on 20 meters at this time of the day. So you noticed on 15 meters there's a huge difference. I think on 20 meters it's going to be much, much closer. So here we go. Just got to get somebody to call, and we can do this comparison on 20. Okay, let's see what the difference in signal is on 20. Okay, he wanted to have a QSO, but I just want to run here. Okay, let's see what the difference on the Lima Zulu is here on 20. Almost the same on 20. Let me get a little bit more sample. About 1 unit better in Maine. One S unit better in Maine. So if you notice, on 15 meters, at this time of the day, Maine is much more superior. Now, I can do this test later on when the band is open a little bit better. But what you will notice is, I'm just doing this from like a contesting perspective. So let's just say I'm in a contest and 15 meters opens up. I want to get to 15 meters as quick as I possibly can from New York as a single op. Because 15 meters, I'm working deep Russians from Maine that I'm never even hearing from New York. At this time of the day, both Maine and New York are pretty close on 20 meters, as you could tell. Trust me, the antenna is working in New York with the 5/5/5 and 15. That's not a broken antenna. I did the test the other day, and the Germans were louder from New York. Today, not so much. I think there was 1 or 2 stations that were louder in New York out of, I don't know, the 50 or 60 stations that worked on 15 meters. The only reason I do this test is because there's a lot of discussion about why is everybody building stations in Maine, remote stations. And there's the simple reason. Maine on 15 meters in the early morning is so much superior to New York. And I've just proven that. And I've done this over the last couple weeks. The problem is, if you get a solar storm and there's an aurora, Maine's going to get shut out. And that has happened. So I'm looking on the band scope here on 20 meters between the two stations, and they look pretty even right now. What I'm hearing in Maine is also being heard in New York with, looks like almost the same signal strength. Not so much on 15 meters during this test. So I'm just testing out propagation. That's the reason why I do this video. I just wanted to show you the difference between New York and Maine on 15 meters at about the 1200 UTC. Maine is superior on 15 meters at this time of the day compared to New York. New York is holding its own on 20 meters at this time of the day. Well, thanks for watching the video. And yes, Robert, I had Delta Bravo 2 Tango Tango. I corrected it to Zulu Bravo 2 Tango Tango. Thanks, everybody, for checking out the video. 73